You don't cover every Warframe when you make videos, and you think cutscenes are canon. You're trash.
My vision was only ever comprehensible to myself.
In the last couple years, there's been this sense of elitism. Not gameplay elitism, no. See, almost every Warframe can be used in every activity at every level of difficulty. So if someone's trying to tell you how to play, you can just tell them to go pound sand and go suck a nut. It doesn't matter, they can go about their business. No, I'm talking about this sense of lore elitism. I've been making power scaling videos on Warframe in the last couple years, and other people have been covering Warframe power scaling in their own way in the last couple years as well. There's been a growing trend in the feedback that myself and these other creators receive. These people are not content with what you say or do. They want you to do things their way and only their way. Their worldview matters over what is factual, and if you don't agree with them, you can go suck it. I've seen this become more common in the last couple years, mostly in YouTube comments. Not the game. People are actually nice in the game. There's always etiquette when you trade, before you trade, and after you trade. Some of the nicest people I've ever met in Warframe came from trading. Yet, when I look at YouTube comments, I see stupidity of the highest proportion imaginable. People say you're objectively wrong about something, not cite a source, and it turns out they're wrong anyway. It's on and on and on and on and on with these people. And you know what? The rest of us are tired of it. I could rant forever for hours and hours on end about all the emotionally charged trash that I see on a daily basis. But you know what? I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to prove it. I'm going to prove why all these people are not just annoying, but also wrong. And if you think I'm wrong, watch me. Let's start with the first question. Why don't I cover every single Warframe when I make a power scaling video? Do you know how many Warframes exist in the game right now? Over 60. Do you know how many Warframes are in the game once you include the primes along with their base variants? Over 100. If I covered every single ability, piece of lore, and every other tidbit that's important, I would be there for well over 2 to 3 hours at least. And that's every single power scaling video I would make for Warframe. And that's another thing too. If I cover something in a previous video, it becomes less appealing when I cover it next time because it's not new information. Let's say I bring up one Warframe every time I power scale a Warframe. Noko just released. Let's say I just made a video on Noko. Oh, I bring up that he's below Atlas. Okay, cool. Everyone agrees with that. That's not a problem. Okay, let's say I made a video on Mesa, and then I bring up Atlas again. Who the heck brought up Atlas when the character I'm scaling uses guns? Or let's say I make a video on Excalibur, and I bring up Atlas again. Who the heck cares about Atlas when I'm making a video on a Warframe who uses swords, not fists? Or let's say I scale another Warframe and I bring up Atlas again. Same thing! It becomes boring, redundant, who the heck cares, and it leaves the people watching confused. On another note, let me talk about Atlas. Fellas, I don't think Atlas is some undisputed champion amongst Warframes. I don't think he's unbeatable. I don't think he magically transcends every other Warframe. When I make hypotheticals comparing the strength of various Warframes, I just take one Warframe that people widely consider as one of the strongest, or the strongest, and I'll take another Warframe that people would vaguely agree on being one of the weakest, in whatever sense you want to measure that. And then I say, here's the gap between them. If one is the weakest and one is the strongest, here's the extent of that gap. The last time we got an actual power scaling statement about Warframes was about Chroma, released in the New Strange 10 years ago, March 13th, 2015. It's been over 10 years and we've still not got anything about Warframe power scaling. Where do you think I could come up with the evidence to magically claim one Warframe out of the over 100 we got is somehow magically the strongest? Fellas, play the Warframe you enjoy because you think it's fun, not because you think that Warframe's solo's fiction. You sound like every other book publisher who wants their OC character to solo everyone because your mad power scaling exists. As for cutscenes, I have a lot to say about those. In Second Dream, the gameplay sends you to the reservoir to go grab the operator. After Stalker fails to follow through because he isn't Sasuke enough, you go back to your ship. And then you throw down with Stalker. And then you beat him. What, so just because a cutscene happens, magically Second Dream isn't canon anymore? We don't have an ending to the quest, we don't know what happened? Whoever said that clearly didn't think that one through. Same thing in New War. Ballas is walking up to Lotus. We're trying to attack him. It doesn't work. He goes up to Lotus. We see that cutscene. Ballas is beaten. New War ends. So, what? New War magically didn't end or doesn't have an ending just because a cutscene happened? Something doesn't sound right here. The point is this. Cutscenes are canon, and they're here to stay. They will always be here, whether you like it or not. If you're getting mad simply just because I'm using cutscenes as pieces of evidence, get out of here! No one's telling you to be here. You don't get to tell people what to do. Go peddle your lore elitism somewhere else and see if they care. 'Cause I sure don't. I was talking to Pen of Evil on Discord and he was telling me about how he doesn't like power scaling. And then I see Pen of Evil making a post the other day talking about power scaling. And then before that, he's making a post possibly pondering about versus battles. Here's the truth. Pen of Evil doesn't hate power scaling. He hates the entitlement of people who impose their views on power scaling on others. You guys have ruined power scaling for Pen of Evil. Simply put, that's why he doesn't put all that much energy into power scaling. Okay, I'm gonna just be real here. It's because of you guys that power scaling is miserable for the rest of us. And it's not just the Warframe community, it's in other places, but man, the Warframe community has a really bad community problem with the people in it. And that's it. That's all I want to say on the matter. I'm tired of dealing with elitism, people are tired of dealing with elitism, and I want to say my piece on the matter. To those of you watching my video, I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Hope you like, share, and subscribe, and have a good day. To the rest of you, who no doubt hate me very much, and just became infuriated that I made this video, you get off in making people miserable by imposing your views on them. And you're a piece of garbage who I hope never comes back.